In this subject, we have divided our course into 8 modules, and depending on the topic contents, each module again have been divided by few lectures. Finally, I have planned to complete the course of Control System 1 by 25 lectures.
Hello, my dear students. In the last lecture, I have discussed the Nyquist criterion. Today, I am starting 19th lecture of course on Control System 1. Now, in the present lecture, I am going to discuss Nyquist plot and some numericals and problems.
I will try to cover Nyquist plots. Course outcome. Understand the concept of feedback system and controllers, design compensators in frequency domain. Objectives. After studying this chapter, student will be able to understand the Nyquist plots of the system and representation, its frequency response characteristics, and determine the stability of frequency response system. Numerical solution problem 3. For the system shown in figure, sketch the Nyquist plot for k equal to 2 and use Nyquist criterion to determine whether the closed loop system is stable for this gain. Find the range of k for the system to be stable. Here is unity feedback system is given. H is equal to 1. So draw the Nyquist closed contour in the S-plane. Then first consider C1 path and draw the polar plot. Put S equal to j omega. So this is 2 into 1 minus j omega divided by j omega plus 2 into j omega plus 3. Then calculate magnitude. Taking mod of this value, then this is 2 into root over 1 plus omega square divided by 2 square, that means 4 plus omega square into 3 square, that means 9 plus omega square. Then put omega equal to 0. Then find the magnitude. So this magnitude is 0.33. And the finishing point is omega equal to infinity. If put omega equal to infinity, then infinity divided by infinity, that means undefined. Then taking the common omega square from this denominator and taking common omega square from this numerator, then we get 1 plus 1 by omega square, and this is 4 by omega square, 1 plus 9 by omega square. Then put omega equal to infinity, then this result is 0. So this magnitude is 0. Then calculate phase angle theta. So this is tan inverse minus omega by 1, and for this part tan inverse omega by 2 into tan inverse omega by 3. But for this part, this is tan inverse minus omega by 1. So minus omega, that means this is the negative side of imaginary axis. And this is the 1 is the positive real part. So this angle, that means this is positive angle and theta 1 is the only negative angle. That means this theta 1 equal to, we can write minus tan inverse omega by 1. This is. And this angle is minus tan inverse omega by 2 minus tan inverse omega by 3. Then put omega equal to 0. So this total angle is 0. Then put omega equal to infinity. So minus 90, minus 90, minus 90. That means minus 270. Then draw figure. So C1 path mapping into the GSHS plane. So what is the starting point? Starting point is magnitude is 0.33 and angle is 0. So this point is angle is 0 and this magnitude is considered 0.33. This is the starting point. Then omega is increased and then crosses minus 90 degree, then crosses minus 180 degree, then touch the minus 270. But this angle is, magnitude is 0. So this is the C1 path. For C2 path, put S equal to R e to the power j theta and limit R tends to infinity. So this is 2 into 1 minus R e to the power j theta. This is R e to the power j theta plus 2 into R e to the power j theta plus 3. Then these 2, 3 and 1 are neglected. Then we get minus 2 R e to the power j theta divided by R e to the power j theta into R e to the power j theta. If put R tends to infinity, then this magnitude is 0. But this magnitude is minus 0. And this angle is e to the power minus z theta. So this magnitude is always considered positive. But this result is negative. So these two negative magnitude to transfer positive magnitude. But how? If magnitude is negative and this side is magnitude is positive. But where is the phase difference is 180 degree. Negative to positive, otherwise positive to negative. That means angle is always 180 degree difference. That means if you can change angle is 180 degree, then this negative magnitude is transferred to the positive magnitude. Then we can write positive 0 into e to the power. This 180 degree angle is summation with this theta. Then this actual angle is minus 180 minus theta. Then this theta equal to plus 90. Then this result is minus 270. And this theta equal to 0. Then this minus 180. And this theta equal to minus 90. So minus 90 minus theta equal to plus. So this angle is minus 90. So this starting point of C2 and ending point of C1 is always same. So this magnitude is 0 and phase angle is minus 270. So this is the minus 270. This point. So this is C1 path this ending of C1 and starting of C2, this point. Then minus 272 minus 180. So this point is minus 180. Then this angle is minus 90. So this angle is minus 90. But this magnitude is always 0. So this is C2 path, anti-clockwise direction. Then draw the C3, mirrored image of C1. Then find this magnitude, because find minus 1 plus J0 point inside of this encirclement or outside of this closed path. Then find this crossing point, multiplying the numerator and denominator of Gj omega with complex conjugate of the denominator factors. Then we get this value. Then separate real and imaginary part. So that point means imaginary part is 0, only present real part. So calculate the intersecting point of Nyquist plot with the real axis equating the imaginary part. Then find the omega. So this omega value is 3.3166. Then put this omega value into the magnitude. Then calculate the magnitude. So this magnitude is 0.4. This magnitude 0.4. That means the number of encirclement of minus 1 plus J0 point is 0. That means this point is outside of this closed contour. So the n equal to 0. There is no right hand side open loop pole. Then P equal to 0. So Z equal to 0. That means this system is stable. But if we consider this is K, this is not 2, then put omega equal to this value, then M equal to 0.2K. Then find the range of K for a stable system. For a stable system, if this value, that means this magnitude is always less than 1, then this point is always outside of this encirclement of this closed contour. So write down 0.2K less than 1. From this equation we get K greater than 0 and less than 5 for stable system. This is the range of K. Numerical solution problem 4. Sketch the Nyquist plot and determine the stability system whose open loop transfer function is given by GSHS equal to 50 by S plus 1 into S plus 2. Draw the Nyquist contour in the S plane. And first consider the C1 section for draw polar plot. Put S equal to J omega. Then we get 50 by 1 plus J omega into 2 plus J omega. Then calculate magnitude. Taking mod of Gj omega. So this is equal to 50 divided by root over 1 plus omega square into root over 2 square, that means 4 plus imaginary square, that means omega square. Then put omega equal to 0. Then what is the magnitude? So this magnitude is 25. Then put omega equal to infinity. So infinity, that means 50 by infinity. So this magnitude is 0. Then calculate phase angle, that means theta. So theta equal to tan inverse 50, that means real part, and there is no imaginary part. So this angle is 0. Then write down minus tan inverse omega by 1 minus tan inverse omega by 2. Then put omega equal to 0. So this angle is 0 because tan inverse 0 means 0. And if omega equal to infinity, so tan inverse infinity, so this angle is 90. So minus 90 minus 90 minus 180. Then starting point of C1 path is magnitude is 25 and angle is 0. So this is the 0 degree axis and this magnitude is considered 25. So this is a starting point. Then omega is increases, then crossing minus 90 degree axis. Then omega is increased and magnitude is decreased. And finishing point is magnitude is 0 and phase angle is minus 180 degree axis. So this is minus 180 degree axis. So this C1 path in S plane, draw in the GSHS plane. So this is the C1 path. Then draw C2 path. Put S equal to R e to the power j theta and limit R tends to infinity. So this is equal to 50 divided by 1 plus R e to the power j theta into 2 plus R e to the power j theta. So compare these R tends to infinity, 1 and 2 are neglected. Then write down 50 divided by R e to the power j theta into R e to the power j theta. Then if put R tends to infinity, so this magnitude is 0. And this is e to the power minus j theta into theta, that means 2 theta. Then write down, we know that this is the general theta for C2 path, plus 90 to 0 to minus 90. And this from this equation, this is minus 2 theta. Then when theta equal to plus 90, so this is minus 180. And theta is 0, that means 0. And theta is minus 90 means minus minus plus, so this is plus 180. So starting of C2 path and ending of C1 path always same. So this is 180 and magnitude is 0. This is the starting of C2 path. Then 180 to 0, then plus 180. This is the finishing point. That means minus 180 to 0 to plus 180. And this direction is counterclockwise. This point is ending of C2 path. So starting of C3 and ending of C2 are same point. This is the C3 path, mirrored image of C1 path. And this is the starting of C2 and ending of C3, always same. So we get a close contour. So C1, C2 and C3 in S plane can be mapped into the GSHS plane. Then find the stability of the system. Since this minus 1 plus j0, this critical point is not encircled by this closed contour. That is n equal to 0 and there is no right hand side open loop pole. That means p equal to 0. So total z equal to 0. Z equal to 0 means there is no characteristic 0 are present in the right hand side of the S plane. That means there is no closed loop pole are present right hand side of the S plane because characteristic zeros are equal to the closed loop pole. The system is stable. Numerical solution problem 5. Draw the Nyquist plot for unity feedback control system with open loop transfer function GSHS equal to given k into 1 minus s divided by s plus 1. Determine the stability of the closed loop system. So draw a Nyquist contour for C1, C2 and C3 path. And for C1 path, put S equal to j omega. Then this is equal to k into 1 minus j omega divided by 1 plus j omega. Then calculate magnitude, mod of this. If put omega equal to 0, then this magnitude is equal to k. When put omega equal to infinity, then infinity by infinity, undefined. So that's why common omega square from numerator, and this is k omega root over 1 plus 1 by omega square. Similarly, common omega square from this part. Then put omega equal to infinity, then this part is 0. Similarly, this part is 0. And this omega omega cancel, then this result is k. That means this. So when we put omega equal to 0, then calculate theta. The phase angle formula is tan inverse minus omega by 1 and tan inverse omega by 1. Tan inverse minus omega by 1, this gives the simple minus tan inverse omega, and this is minus tan inverse omega. Put omega equal to 0, so this angle is 0 degree. Put omega equal to infinity, then minus 90, minus 90, minus 180. Then draw the polar plot. Here starting point is magnitude is k and phase angle is 0 degree axis. So this is the starting point. When omega is increased but magnitude is always same. So this curve crosses 0 degree to minus 90, then minus 180. This magnitude is always same. So this gives the half circle for C1 path. For C2 path, S equal to put R e to the power j theta. That means GSHS equal to limit R tends to infinity k into 1 minus R e to the power j theta divided by R into e to the power j theta plus 1. So R tends to infinity means 1 are neglected. Then we get minus k, this value. That means these two are cancelled from each other. Then we get minus k. That means this minus k is not accepted for magnitude and phase angle condition. So that's why there is no C2 path. Then draw the C3 path. C3 path is mirror image of C1 path with respect to the real axis. Then if k greater than 1, that means k is the magnitude. Greater than 1 means minus 1 plus j0 point inside of this circle. Then 1 time encircle at minus 1 point j0 point. This is clockwise. That means n equal to 1. And there is no right hand side open loop pole. So p equal to 0. Then z equal to 1. So this is unstable system. If k less than 1. That means minus 1 plus j0 point outside of this encirclement. So n equal to 0, p equal to 0. That means z equal to 0. So the system is stable. There is no closed loop pole right hand side of the S plane. Numerical solution problem 6. Draw the Nyquist plot for unity feedback control system with open loop transfer function GSHS equal to Ks minus 2 divided by S plus 1 whole square. Investigate in a Nyquist plot stability of the closed loop system. Draw the closed contour in a S plane. And first consider the C1 section. For C1 section, put S equal to j omega. Then we get K into j omega minus 2 divided by j omega plus 1 whole square. Then calculate magnitude taking mod. So this is equal to K root over 4 plus omega square divided by 1 plus omega square. This is a square, so this is not root. Then put omega equal to 0. Then we get magnitude is 2k. When omega equal to infinity, then infinity divided by infinity, that means undefined. Then taking common omega for this part and similarly common omega square from this part. Then we get 1 plus 4 by omega square. This is 1 plus 4, 1 by omega square. Then this magnitude is 0 when put omega equal to infinity. Then find angle. So tan inverse omega by minus 2. And another angle is tan inverse omega by 1 for this first part, and this is a square. That means another is tan inverse omega by 1. That means 2 into tan inverse omega by 1. Tan inverse omega by minus 2 equal to, we know that 180 minus tan inverse omega by 2. And this is 2 tan inverse omega. Then if put omega equal to 0, then this angle is plus 180 degree. When omega is infinity, so this is minus 90 and this is minus 90 into 2, minus 180. So these minus 180 plus 180 are cancelled and this angle is minus 90. Then draw C1 path. So starting point is plus 180, then this magnitude is 2k. So omega is increased, then magnitude is decreased and phase angle is decreased. So plus 182, plus 90, then 0, then minus 90. So this is the minus 90 degree axis and this magnitude is 0. This is C1 path. Then calculate C2 path. For C2 path, put S equal to R e to the power j theta. Then limit R tends to infinity K into R e to the power j theta minus 2 divided by R e to the power j theta plus 1 whole square. Then compare these R tends to infinity, these 2 and 1 are neglected. Then write down K into R e to the power j theta divided by R into j theta into R into j theta, because for square part. Then if put R tends to infinity, so this magnitude is 0 and these cancel, so e to the power minus j theta. Then write down theta equal to, we know that plus 90 to 0 to minus 90, and this is minus theta. So put where? So minus 90 and this is 0 and this is minus 90 into minus theta. That means plus 90. Then draw C2 path. So the C2 path starting point is minus 90, magnitude is 0, this point. Then 0, then plus 90 and magnitude is always 0. Then draw the C3 path, mirror image of C1 path. And this point is same, C1 and C2. Then find the minus 1 plus J0 point inside of the closed contour or outside of the closed contour. Then this magnitude is 2k. If 2k greater than 1, so minus 1 plus J0 point encircled by this closed contour. And this is the clockwise direction. 1 times encirclement. So n equal to 1. There is no right hand side poles. P equal to 0. So Z equal to 1. That means 1 characteristic 0 present right hand side of the S-plane. So 1 closed loop pole is present right hand side of the S-plane. So the system is unstable. If we consider 2k less than 1, that means minus 1 plus J0 point outside of this closed contour. So encirclement of minus 1 plus J0 point is 0. So n equal to 0, p equal to 0, z equal to 0. So the system is stable. There is no characteristic 0 present in the right hand side of the S-plane. That means there is no closed loop pole present in the right hand side of the S-plane. Draw the Nyquist plot for unity feedback control system with open loop transfer function GSHS equal to S plus 2 divided by S to the power 3 plus 3S square plus 10. Determine the stability of the closed loop system. Draw the Nyquist contour for C1, C2, C3 path. For C1 path, put S equal to J omega. Then S equal to J omega. So this is equal to J omega plus 2 divided by J omega cube plus 3 J omega whole square plus 10. You know that J square equal to minus 1. So this is minus J omega cube minus 3 omega square plus 10. Taking magnitude. So m equal to root over 4 square plus omega square. And for this denominator, real part is 10 minus 3 omega square. And imaginary part is omega cube. So taking phase angle equal to tan inverse omega by 2 and minus tan inverse, imaginary part is minus omega cube and real part is 10 minus 3 omega square. Then put omega equal to 0. Then find the magnitude. Magnitude equal to 0.2. If put omega equal to infinity, then infinity divided by infinity. That means undefined. From denominator, taking common omega 6. Then find the magnitude. So this magnitude is 0. Then calculate theta. When omega equal to 0, then this theta is 0 because this angle are 0. Then calculate theta for omega equal to infinity. If put here infinity, then this infinity by infinity, undefined. So that's why we consider this angle is theta 1. That means theta equal to tan inverse omega by 2 minus theta 1. Then calculate the value of theta 1. Taking common 3 omega square from denominator. So 10 divided by 3 omega square minus 1. So from this equation we get minus omega cube divided by 3 omega square. Omega omega cancel. Then we get minus omega divided by 3. Then draw this angle minus omega. That means minus imaginary axis. Minus 3. That means minus real axis, this side. Then this angle is phi and total theta 1 is this one. This coordinates is minus y and minus x. Then this total angle for minus y by minus x, this theta 1. If we know that this angle is 180. If we calculate phi, then theta 1 is equal to 180 plus phi. So phi is tan inverse y by x. Here is a y is omega and x is 3. Then theta 1 is equal to 180 plus tan inverse omega by 3. So write down here. Then if put omega equal to infinity, then this is plus 90 minus 180 and this angle is 90. That means minus 90. Plus 90 minus 90 cancel from both sides. Then we get minus 180 degree angle. Then draw polar plot. Starting point is 0.2. This is magnitude and phase angle is 0 degree. So 0 to crosses minus 90 degree, then touch the minus 180 degree. This is the finishing point. That means negative angle increase means clockwise movement. This is C1 path. At that point, omega is infinity. That means finishing point for C1 path. Then find C2 path. Put s equal to r e to the power j theta and limit r tends to infinity. So 2 plus r e to the power j theta divided by r e to the power j theta cube plus 3 r e to the power j theta whole square plus 10. Then 10 and 2 are cancelled. Then common from this side r e to the power j theta cube. Then we get 1 plus 1 by r e to the power j theta. Then put r tends to infinity, then this result is 0. Then we get r e to the power j theta divided by r e to the power j theta cube. So if r tends to infinity, then magnitude is 0. Then phase angle is r e to the power j 2 theta. So this is minus. Then put theta equal to plus 90 to 0 to minus 90, but this theta is minus 2 theta. Then minus 2 into 90, so this is minus 180, minus 2 into 0, so this is 0, minus 2 into minus 90, so plus 180. Then draw the C2 path. So starting of C2 path, minus 180, then 0, then plus 180. But this magnitude is always 0. Then draw C3 path. This is the mirror image of C1 path. Plotted in the GSHS plane. Then this point is outside of this encirclement. That means n equal to 0 and there is no right hand side pole. So p equal to 0. Then we get z equal to 0. So there is no right hand side closed loop pole because there is no characteristic 0 are present right hand side of the S-plane. Then the system is stable. The sources and references that I have used to prepare this video lecture are enlisted here.
Next lecture is coming soon on Nyquist plot for poles at origin. Please follow the lecture. Thank you.